The walls then, well, he wins. And I'll tell you what as well, the bloke weren't joking. Sorry, I forgot what I was bloody saying now. I hope you've enjoyed the episode as much as I've enjoyed making it. Don't you ever forget to bye-bye then. Thanks for watching. Today we're in Londonderry, aren't we? Or Derry, depending on which side of the river you're from. Speaking to some locals yesterday, and they was explaining about the confrontations and stuff that still go on. The struggle. It's not. There isn't ultimate peace here, which is a shame. I won't go too much into it because it's nothing to do with me. But just an idea. But this is Londonderry anyway. Let's go and have a look at the walls. What's so special about these walls and why are you here, Kieran? Well, funny you should ask. Did you know it's the only bloody fully intact wall in the centre of a city on Earth? Did you know that? Now you do. Anyway, let's go down here. Did you also know that was an absolute lie? I just searched it there. And it says only a handful of cities in Europe have walls, old city walls this intact. Let's go and have a little walk around then. You love that. What are they then? Let's do a little bit of history whilst we're here. The walls are a 400-year-old fortification built between 1613 and 1619 to protect the early English/Scottish settlers that came into the city. And unlike most old city walls, these ones are fully intact. You can walk the entire loop. Only a handful of cities across Europe still have this walls this complete. Look at that. The walls then. Well, funny you should ask that as well. So English and Scottish settlers built the city, made the city, it says here. Native Irish groups didn't like that, so they built the walls for security. They were funded by the London Guilds, hence the Londonderry. In 1689, the city was surrounded for 105 days. In 1689, the world was surrounded for 105 days. During the Williamite wars, 13 apprentice boys slammed the gates shut. The city got starved out, disease ripped through, and over 8,000 people died. But the walls were never breached. Good on you, Ireland. Good on you, Ireland. And this is where the saying comes from, no surrender. You'll hear no surrender. And this is connected directly to the Derry. It's from this event and not due to modern politics. I can't stand the English, you know. Absolute monsters. What are you doing? Like, down here is Double Bastion or something, so we're going to have a look at that. It's a cool old cannon here. We've got an adventure-filled day today, so we can't stay here too long, and I don't like cities at the best of times anyway. But there's a lot of graffiti down there. You won't be able to see it, but it doesn't look too friendly, but I can't vouch for it because I'm not going down there. Holy Molesbergs, look at these. Here he is, the Double Bastion. Never breach these walls. Good, so it was built properly then. It's duty, innit? Look at that, imagine moving, slogging that around. Chaotic. Right, let's continue. And this, like I said here, there's still confrontation going on. The lady at I won't tell you where, you know, I was, who I was talking to and whatnot, because I don't know how genuinely sketchy it is here for the people here. It might not be, but I just don't want to take any risks, right? She said she's Protestant and her husband's Catholic. So it can work, which is nice to see, because I love that. I love the way that, you know, imagine a world, I'm not applying for Miss Bloody Universe or whatever, but imagine a world where everyone gets along. Imagine that. Be nice, wouldn't it? So they can get along, they do get along, they're married, you know, I'm assuming they like each other, but not necessarily so. But since I've got towards the area of here, i.e. Londonderry, I see if we can see anything cool up here. My TikTok is going rogue, like, with modern problems going on, things like that. It's just like the algorithm thing, it knows I'm here, doesn't it? Because the IP address or something. Don't pretend you know what you're talking about, Kieran. But wouldn't it be nice if the world just got along, you know? Not just the world, every single community. Maybe not in our lifetime, boy, but maybe one day. It is lovely. This is what I'm about to say here is nothing to do with politics, right? Nothing to do with any of this at all whatsoever. Let's look at the Portuguese and Spanish, because they haven't always got along either. Like, they really have never, like, not got along at all. They've been at war for years and years and years and years and years. And what's that because of? For example, yesterday, someone asked me where am I going. I was talking to someone, the person in question, the person I'm just about to talk about, wasn't even in the conversation. I said, Londonderry. And she piped up, it was like an elderly woman, like, don't let them, don't be saying that too loud, basically. Don't let them hear you say that. I was like, what? So I don't know how sketchy this place actually can be, but I'm not taking any chance. Again, it's nothing to do with me. It's just, as an outsider looking in, it's just very interesting. But just to reiterate, loss of life on any side is not my cup of tea whatsoever. I genuinely wish everyone could live happily ever after, don't we, boy? Like, I really do. My God. And this is exactly what I mean, like, they are people's sons, children's fathers, brothers. It doesn't matter if, you know, our government says they're enemy, like, because in reality you'd probably get along with them. Let's see, right, yeah, we're not talking anymore, bloody, we're not touching anymore on any sort of politics, but it does break my heart. The girls in the shirt factory didn't judge someone based on what they... Oh, right. Like, do you know what I mean? Imagine living like that, like. Right, okay, let's go and see something a bit more positive. Welcome to our wild island. Oh, 18 quid that was, or euros rather, because now we're in the Republic. The Republic of Ireland now. So it's euros, be aware of that. Dogs are not allowed, absolutely not. And for 18 quid, I'm hoping this is good. I'm hoping it's not just that price, because it's the only sort of thing around here. This is, you know, that being said, it is only like 15 minutes away from Londonderry, or Derry. You don't know what you can and can't say, that's the thing. I just don't want to get in trouble, I don't want to offend anyone, that's the problem. Oh, there's toilets as well. Right, and on that note, I'll be back in a sec. Well, I'll be back after I show you these mice. The house mouse. I've got 6 of these in my van. Oh my God, I wouldn't mind having him in my van. Look at this little cool dude. He can live in my... Look at him. Look at him. He can live in my van 100%. It's the only place I've been to where I've ever bloody seen a snake moving about. The corn snake. What's in here then? I see you. Can you see me? Look up. Yeah, actually I can. And what's in here then? There will be something, there will be something. Oh, hang on, yeah. What's that up there? It's up there behind the thing. I don't know if you can make that out. The rope, it looks like a rat or something. There's no, oh it is, it's the brown rat, look. I've got a few of them in my van as well, especially near, in and around Stonehenge. Right, the long-eared owl. Let me try and find him. I can't find him, you know. Probably helpful if I look in the bloody trees, not on the floor. When have you ever seen an owl on the floor? The European hedgehog? No. I've got a few of them under my tyres. Right. That owl and the hedgehog's not there. Just what I like to see when I come into the toilet. Different types of turd. Right. In case you ever wondered. Right, let's carry on then. Let's go towards the Ice Age. Ice Age Island, eh? I beg your pardon. Where was I now? And it was really cool. There was a zoo somewhere. It was in Wales because I was with my brother. That's like this. It's not like a huge zoo. It's not a Dudley Zoo, but at least you get to see the animals and there's not 5 million people, you know. Bloody hell, what is that doing to the lens like?
Rumination. Have you ever heard that before? So amphibians have ruminations, and the other ones have hibernations. Ruminations. I'll be asking questions later on. Use of fish is fish, sticklebacks. Sticklebacks, yeah.
Can't see anything. Stickleback. I'm sure I put some of these up. Where are they like? And there I was, just gobbing off. It's a good little zoo thing because you can see animals. I can't see nothing in here. I've had to change my trainers. Look at this. What do you think of these bad boys? Don't judge me, but I will say they are the comfiest shoes you'll ever come across in your life. Long story short, I wet my other ones tonight and they've started to smell. That weird smell thing they do when they're wet. So they're airing out underneath my pillow at the minute. I've never seen a badger, you know. Not one that's alive. They all seem to be tarmacked across the... I'm guessing I'm not going to see one here either. Yeah, they all seem to be tarmacked, which is heartbreaking. When I did that Land's End to John O'Groats walk, you obviously go all on the back streets and stuff like that. What on earth is that? That is not a moose. Is it? Look at the antlers on the bloody thing. Can't be, because that's a mammoth. Woolly mammoth tusk. Oh, these all in danger. These all like a... Bruce, eh? Hello. Hello. animals will bite, the Arctic fox. Hello! Oh, they're absolutely mugging me off. The snowy owl. Oh well, there he was on the floor, look. That's what I mean, never listen to anything I say, I just chat absolute nonsense. And this one's on the bloody floor as well. What are you doing? Can't reach the bloody tree, look, this is the story of my life. I'd be a 2-foot bloody deer as well. Were they reindeer? Are they yet legit reindeer, are they? Let's have a look. Yeah, look. There you go. It's bloody reindeer, and that's why I'm here. I came here for my nieces and nephews to show them that, to show them Santa's getting ready. Hello. Hello. Oh, I've got to see these first. Hiya. Are you alright? That is beautiful. Oh my God, look at that cut or something on his antlers. Obviously they shed their antlers, don't they? But that looks sore. It's probably not, but it looks sore. It's a beauty, that. This one's my fave though. Right, let's go into this little dome and see if we can get up close and personal with some bloody rabbits. Oh. Excuse my knees. Sounds like I need some WD-40. Guess what I haven't got in the van? Right, I feel like a loser. Let's get out. Oh, yeah. What's down here then? The little cafe? Nah, no. I'm not a multi-quazillionaire. We won't go to the cafe this time. I do want to see some badgers though. I've never seen one. Point to note, and you know, the lady at the desk there said there are like feeding times, opening times. I did take a photo, so we'll touch on them. Not the times, because you won't care about that, but I mean what they do. There's monkeys, so 12 o'clock they do monkeys, and there's lynx, and there's wolves, and there's bear, talks. Then the feeding is the Arctic fox, red fox, otters and bears. Oh, so you can do all that, it's all included in the price. This is quite cool, you know. The bears and wolves seem to be down here, so we're going to have a look at that. Point down to down here to say the bears and the wolves are down here, but it says the exit there. And I was just thinking, can you imagine like going for a little trek across the countryside, and bloody you could stumble across a place like this, like a West Midlands Safari Park, and you climb into the bloody grizzly enclosure. You'd be absolutely devastated, wouldn't you? Like, there's a good girl. There's a good girl. Jesus. Or the wolf enclosure. To throw a further spanner in the works, can you imagine if you came like, the next day when they come to, you know, open up, they've got a new alpha wolf, and it's you just sat there on top of the mound, like with loads of wolves around you. You're like, morning. Right, did I get the wrong way? Yeah, I went the complete wrong way. Look, bears, wolves, monkeys, lynx down here. Wallabies, I didn't see them little bad boys. Got a lot of rabbits down here as well. If you don't want to see rabbits, we've had it up to here with bloody rabbits. Right, what's in here, please? Hello! The red fox, eh? Yeah, and this is what I don't get. Can't see the animals. We prioritise, even that doesn't sound like we prioritise our animals' well-being. Our habitats are carefully designed to meet the needs, offering them the option of privacy at certain points during the day. The animals may go for a rest. Yes, remember you're a guest in their home. Yes, that annoys me when people moan about that. The tiger's not doing anything. Because it's not supposed to be there, that's why. I don't normally, I don't like zoos. I don't like a lot of bloody things we're finding out, aren't we? But I don't like zoos. I think they should all be in the nature. I'm merely here to show you, should you want to come up and see it, essentially. Right, let's go and have a look at the bears. Apparently these are massive. You know who told me this? The girl who's married to a Catholic, the one I was mentioning earlier on, who's a Protestant. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly either. Right, well, oh, I can see one. Right. Do you want to see the size of me compared to this bloody bear? Just to give you an idea. There's one standing up here. Right, just to give you an idea, look at this. Imagine stumbling across that. There's nothing you can do, like. Does that say I'm 6 foot? I'm not. I'm 5'11". Well, that says I'm 6 foot, doesn't it? But look at the size of that bloody... Imagine that, you're just having your little, you know, your picnic with your honey, as you do, in the middle of Canada. And that thing stumbles across your path. You'd lay an absolute ostrich egg. Holy Molesbergs. Here you go, something about these bears, their story. Our bears are siblings, one boy and two girls. They were rescued from a museum in Lithuania. So I just came back from there, where they were being kept illegally as a tourist attraction. The bear rescue charity, Bears in Mind, were able to rescue the bears and transport them to a sanctuary in Belgium. Good. Silver lining, that is bloody huge, that is terrifying. No one's got any time for that, especially when it's chomping on your leg. And then you throw into the mix a bloody polar bear. Right, this looks a bit wolfy. Hello. Look at him licking his lips. He's bloody licking his lips. Looking at that kid. I wonder how long you would last if you was to walk in there now. I wonder if they are that fierce. That bloody wolf is eyeing that kid up. Hey, leave her alone, you. Not that I could do anything about it. He looks like the boss man. Holy moly, did you see him licking his lips? Let's go and see if we can get a bit closer. Oh, you can't. Staff only. Oh, he might be the boss man, you know. Or is that the boss man, the one they're all kissing? You're right, you beautiful bunch of bouncy baby beautifuls. Just making sure no one was behind me. Look at them, they're like dogs. Well, they are, I suppose, aren't they? Don't fall in, you'll get your coat wet. Right, I'm getting out of here before I end up in the middle of that. See you later on. They're beautiful. That one, the white one, I like all the white ones. Reminds me of Brucey. Especially the horses for some reason. Wasn't that funny?
So she's possibly in there as well. That's why she is probably the hardest one to try and find. Because she does blend in so well and she is so quiet. Nisha isn't a carnivore, so she only eats meat. So the way we feed her is we will either lock her in or out because we will never share a habitat with her. And the type of stuff that she can get is like pig organs, or she can get rats and quail and stuff like that. We tend to fast her once or twice a week. And this is just because
They won't go in there with her because she only eats meat. Holy moly. Like wild boar, where's this little fat pig? Oh my God. Here's a fun fact for you. They stink. No, I'm joking. But no, I'm not joking actually, they do bloody stink. But here's a fun fact for you. See people think they're disgusting animals and they're dirty animals, but they're not. But they do sweat from their feet, that's why, hence why all the floor's always like that. Because their sweat is like, it just chews up the ground. There's a little fun fact for you. Further solidified by the fact that they do absolutely kef. Hello. Some ducks. There's quite a lot of normal animals around here, if I'm being honest. Thank you. There is though. Like, what is that? For example, what is that? Is that a goat? What noise do goats make? Interesting. For example, there's swans here, like, they're down there. I didn't realise there's different types of swans, did you? But now looking at them, that's definitely a different type of swan. There's geese in there. What's this, the cute part, is it? Need micro pigs now and a bloody Tamagotchi or something. It is a bit mad, isn't it? It's a good place, this. It is quite good. The girl there, I was only there for 10 seconds as you saw there, but she sort of knew her stuff and it's clean. It's got the hint of animal everywhere, as you can imagine. 18 quid. Is it worth it? I don't think so, but I don't know how much zoos normally are. My jaw last night's locked like that. Ah, did you hear that? It just locked. I don't know what's going on with my bloody body lately. The wallabies, eh? I think we've seen everything. Monkeys, I haven't seen monkeys. Let's go and have a look and see where some monkeys are. Here we go. Yeah. I don't like zoos. Like I said earlier on, rather than be in the wild, like, however, I'd rather them be alive than be hunted and poached and stuff like that. Some little monkeys look, hello. I would rather that. And going back to what I was touching on earlier on, like, you know, with people, how cool would it be if the world got along, you know? I mean, I don't just mean human, I mean everything. Imagine if everything could just walk without fear. We ate just to survive. We didn't. We weren't gannets on certain things. I mean, how many KFCs do you need in a week? Like, be careful, young'un, and get your hoop off my lens. I've already got a scratch. I don't need another one. A burn mark from his warm, humid orifice. So I would rather than be in the wild, like, that's what I'm saying. But 18 quid. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I don't know how much these things normally are, you see. So it might be reasonably priced, it might not be. But I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll swing by that cafe and see Guaranara and Ain't Too Flowerin and see what the price is there. That will give us a little gauge. There's some raccoons. You weren't signposted, were you? That's probably because you're not here. You're not worthy enough for your own sign? Old Irish what? I beg your bloody pardon. Some little white stalks, like a crane. Oh. Yes, it's got everything. It has got everything. Apart from obviously the big cats and all that. But even saying that, it's got links in it. Barbarim. I can't even read that second word. Some more deer. Hello. Red deer. And that's the thing as well, like, you know, with the moose. Remember when I went to that moose enclosure thing, or same thing like as this, but a moose version. Is that the boy and the girls split up? We don't win anymore, do we? We've learned our lesson the last time. Like there'll be like, you know, I didn't see them until I literally turned and looked directly at them. They camouflage, and you're like, what are you on about? How is that camouflage? But it is. If it's in your like peripherals, it is. Which isn't a problem with stuff like this. But then you bring a blood, even that'd probably do you in, like, especially with them points on them antlers. Then you bring into the mix a moose. That will definitely do you in, and your dog, and your cat. I bet that's warm in that barrel. That could be from the. I didn't even see this bloody little dude. Hello. Hello. Look at him staring me out. What's your problem, buddy? This is the animal's home, please be respectful. Yeah. 100%. So offering out some raccoons and bloody storks in a minute. Like, why aren't you dancing, you bastards? What's this, like bloody the 1986 edition of the bloody duck book that we see like different. You see, they was shouting at that rat. Ducks and birds and stuff you've never seen before. I mean, what on earth is that? What is that? I've no idea, but it's there. The mandarin duck. Oh, he wins. Sorry, I just pushed that too hard. Sorry. God. Oops. You got the grey bloody squirrel. Like, what the hell is this doing in a cage? Like, legit. What is that doing in a cage? To rub salt in the wounds, his mate could be just up on that tree, just laughing at him, and he's like, what have I done to be put in the bloody slammer for 17 years? The American mink. I'll push this out. I can't see anything, but I will push this out. Just in case you can, but my shoes keep making bloody, because I'm not used to these trainers. I wear these only when my trainers are wet. My other shoes are wet. And because of the reflection, I'm not used to it on the glass. I keep thinking it's some random animal running at me. Jesus, like this. I'm not doing anything. Hello? I come in peace. I don't even eat meat. I truly come in peace. I was here showing people whether or not you're worth visiting, my beautiful little bloody pheasant thing. Guinea pig. What's in here? The common house fly, is it? It's pigeons. My God, right, let's go. Not before we see this bloody legend now. Hello, what's this? This is the red fox. This is the pardon. This is the what? The red fox. Did Stevie Wonder name you, boy? The red fox. You being serious here? The red fox. Right, let's go and have a quick look at this cafe, see how much the cafe is, before we go back and see the dog. Well, there's the van there, look. Well, there, look, over there by the Ben and Jerry's thing. See how much, just to gauge whether or not this is reasonably priced or not. because I don't know how much zoos are. However, I do know how much a bloody egg sandwich should be. So, yeah. 17 quid for a bloody 12-inch pizza, or euros rather. Yeah, we're going to the van now. That's scandalous. It was like 15, 16 quid for a veggie burger, like, God. Right, where's the exit? Straight down here. It does smell nice though. It doesn't help that I'm hungry, that's the problemo. This screen is doing my nothing with the old blur. I can only apologise. It's the, yeah, I dropped my camera on day bloody 2 or something. Cheers for that. This guy here. So they're 2 quid. 17. That's 80.
Right. Okay, let's see. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bye bye. 80 quid for that little thing. Let me tell you a little story. Yeah. Did you know that in 1998 Audi, the car thing, bought Lamborghini? How could Audi buy Lamborghini, I hear you ask? Well, it's as simple as this. Yeah, Lamborghini might sell or make a hell of a lot more per sale, but are they banging out 35 sales a day? No, of course they're bloody not. And it's the same when it's 80 quid for like a small wolf thing, 17 quid for a pizza. Scandalous, like absolutely scandalous. I've got a feeling if I went into business, I'd do quite well. Like, just, yeah. Look, it's black and white as Audi bought Lamborghini, not a Lamborghini, the company, and then it formed part of the I think it's Volkswagen Group, and under, you know, via the Audi wing. Like, keep prices down. Like, yeah, you know, you might be making a bit of money should you sell one of them, but I guarantee you don't sell one of them teddies a day. However, if there were 20 quid and you're still doubling your money, because let's be honest, that was a 10 quid bloody teddy, wasn't it? You know, when you're buying it in bulk, you're going to sell a hell of a lot more. It's just my opinion and just my thought process. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, next stop, the American Ulster. Hang on, let's double check actually. The Ulster American Museum, I think we're going to. Yeah, the Ulster American Folk Park. Well, let's go then. And this is the American Folk Park. I've just been told there. Can you hear me? Yeah. I've just been told there. This was founded. It started off as one building, number 6, and he turned out to be a very successful lawyer, who then obviously went over to America. And his family, he said, they basically went down the avenue of building banks and whatnot, and that's how they funded this, because the family is still wangered off it. That bank is still going on today. Let's have a look in here. Oh, hello. You're right. I wasn't expecting anyone in
Somebody
here.
else with you?
No, I'm just talking to myself
Oh, you're
like a
talking to yourself.
loser,
Well,
yeah.
that's not a bad companion.
Yeah.
Indeed, it's when you start talking back to yourself, it's another thing.
Yeah, exactly. Or arguing with yourself, that's when it's a problem.
So where are you from, sir?
The West Midlands.
All right, right.
Yeah.
We're on a wee holiday, are you?
Yeah, just travelling with the dog. You don't mind the camera, do you? No.
And you're now in a single room cabin, so you are indeed, and this is are sometimes called the famine house, so it is, because this little house was about in the 1845 when we had the big famine here in Ireland,
Yeah.
when over a million people died of starvation and disease, and over 1 million people emigrated, mostly to America.
Bloody
indeed.
hell.
Anyway, this little house came from way up at the top of the Mount Spare Mountains from up in the Honey, and was brought down because it was a typical example of the time. But now we have upgraded it. We have put cement between the stones here, where that
Yeah.
would have been a mud house, so it would indeed, or mud between the stones. There's a mud floor. There would have been no door. It would have just been a bush. There would be no window. It would be just a piece of cloth or maybe an animal skin. The fireplace is for our benefit here, but the fire would be here in the middle with
Yeah.
a hole in the roof.
Yeah.
Indeed, and the people would just sit around it. Now, you have to imagine that there are about 8 to 10 people in this house. Mum and Dad and the baby are in the outshot bed here, and the children would be about the floor here indeed. And of course their main diet was potatoes. So
Yeah.
they'd sit in little creepy stools and pull the potatoes apart and eat them. And if they were lucky, they might have a bit of buttermilk or maybe a bit of salt to put on them indeed to make them a bit tastier. But they would have had potatoes in the morning, cold potatoes in the morning, cold potatoes at lunchtime, and perhaps maybe some warm potatoes when they cooked them again
Yeah.
in the evening indeed. And potatoes are a good source of a good all-round food, so it is indeed,
Yeah.
but it does need to be supplemented with different things indeed. So if the man of the house here had been able to get a little bit of work, perhaps from a farmer or from a landlord, he might be paid in kind, which means he wouldn't be paid in money, he'd be paid with food usually.
Yeah.
Maybe some oats to make porridge, perhaps maybe some salt, or maybe butter, or maybe extra potatoes or eggs or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And most importantly, sometimes clothing for their children,
Yeah.
because they were practically in rags indeed. So as I say, about a third of the people in Ireland lived in these type of conditions.
Yeah.
And a lot of these houses actually were built with turf bog, so they were, and that's why when the famine did come and people died, they just fell down on top of them, caved in, and a lot of people were lost,
Yeah.
especially in the more rural areas, your way down in County Mayo and places like that indeed. Anyway, so that's the single room cabin. Next you're going to see the little lazy beds where they were growing their potatoes.
Yes.
Obviously our potatoes are lifted now, but you can see the ridges there indeed. And then you're going up to the forge. I'm sorry the blacksmith's not there today,
No.
but you can have a look around and see all the nice things he's been making. And then when you get to number 6, which is across a little road
Yep.
to the Mellon house, ask Mrs. Mellon about the hardening iron.
Coolio. The last time I was in somewhere like this was Estonia, the open air museum in Estonia. That was cool. That was really cool. I'm just double checking the mic sound because I keep trapping it, don't I? Keep locking it away, or I'm not talking loud enough. Yeah, last time I was in like an open air museum such as this was Estonia. That was brilliant. I love these, especially when they're all in character and stuff. It really brings it to life. Oh, and I've had quite a bad day today as well. I don't know why, but I'm moody. But hey, it happens to the best of us. This is number 3. The guy said as well, a lot of these are copies. They're not the L originals. Number 6 is, but these aren't. Let's have a little quick look in here.
And so for a family like this, this is Bobby.
Hello, you alright?
For a family like this, if it had a good
Hello.
usually 20, 30 acres of rented land, if that was a good family.
You're cool.
And then this family are weavers. They have a
Hello.
business on top of
Hello.
So they're not experts, but this is cattle and none of our but they are very now the business
This smells original, if that makes any sense at all. It's all musky and damp, but in a good way. It's history, isn't it? But something to be aware of. Where's that Robin gone?
products would be made in homes like this. But up until 1825 we weren't actually allowed to export it.
I don't always like talking to the people, purely because I like to make it up as I go along, because it sounds better, doesn't it? Oh God, yeah, this is good. This is good. This was 12 quid, so not bad at all. And comparing it to the zoo thing we went to earlier on, this is more my cup of tea, to be honest with you. Number 4, let's go and have a look what this is then, shall we? Not bad at all for the money. Where's number 6 then? There's a map in my pocket, but I like to be stubborn and not look. Sort of biting my nose off to spite my own face with that one. Melon House. Melon House. That's ringing a bell. Bearing in mind I've just been, you know, recording one after another here. Did she? Yeah, number 6 here is the El Original. Mrs. Mellon, what? I have to ask Mrs. Mellon about a hot pot or something, was it?
Hello.
Oh, hello?
Hi.
Yeah, okay.
How you doing?
Who goes? Can I put, is this open, is it?
Oh yes, come on ahead in.
Oh.
Come on ahead in.
Oh, there you go.
You're
There you
very
go.
welcome.
You're right.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. It's a bit cold out there today.
You don't mind the camera, do you?
No, that's okay. That's okay. So, would you like me to do the talk?
If you like, yeah.
Of course, yeah. So you're very welcome to the Mellon Homestead. This is a really special house because it's the only building that's original, sits in its original site.
Yeah.
So it's been here over 200 years. And it's the childhood home of this gentleman here, Thomas Mellon.
This the boss man,
He's
is he?
the boss man. Well, he was only a boy of 5 now when he left.
Yeah.
But so he wasn't quite the boss yet. But when he grew up in America and he was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with his family, he decided that farming was not going to be for him. He was going to go and get educated. So thankfully his very forward-thinking mother supported this. There's a bit of treacle bread for you to eat. It's
Thank you very
nice,
much.
Yeah. So with her support, he went to university where he studied law. He became a lawyer, a judge, and then he opened a bank, which of course established the fortune and the family legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So it was then his family that came over here. They were the first ones to give a donation to create the museum you'll enjoy today. So it all starts here.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
What bank is it? What?
BNY Mellon.
BNY
It's an
Mellon.
investment bank,
Right. Okay.
It's an investment bank now. So it is, but back when he founded it, it was very much a community bank, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's evolved over the years. Yeah. You know, it's not their everyman bank, but they merged with Bank of New York. Mellon Bank merged. That's where you get BNY Mellon. So Alexander Hamilton, he founded the Bank of New York. So yeah, 2 very old banks. Yeah.
But still going strong.
It's still going strong, and the family's still going strong too. He's one of them ones where the lineage did not die out at all. He had 8 children, only 3 really, 4. He buried 5 of his 8 children. There you go.
Bloody hell.
I know, all at different ages, ranging from 9 months to 53. You know, so he had a 53-year-old son die of lung cancer. Yeah, but the 2 sons that remained had big families, and they all have a lot of descendants. So they're still a very prominent Mellon family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and his great grandson looks just like him, like the spitting image of, and that's his son. James is his son. So, and he's a vested interest in the place. I've met him twice. He's very nice. Very nice. Not too posh.
Let's have a look in here and
Absolutely.
down it. Yeah.
You explore to your heart's content, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you very much.
No bother. So.
Yeah. This is cool. This is awesome. Thank
It's
you
class,
very
isn't
much.
it? It's
Yeah.
my pleasure, sir. There's another wee bit of that bread if you want to take it.
I'm all right. Thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you
All
very much.
right,
That was
sir.
lovely though.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You
guys.
too. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye bye. There you have it. So the son's still kicking about. He's in his 80s. Or the great grandson, sorry. He's in his 80s. Fair play. Look. I was going to say they're just bloody toilets, but it sounds like they're holding a few T-Rexes in there and maybe a velociraptor or 2 as well. Oh, number 7. What do we have in store here then? If you've never been to one of these open-air museums, and I wouldn't say I'm a nerd, like I just appreciate where we've came from, I suppose. The ins and outs, and for example, I've never heard of that bank before. Not that I remember what she said right now, but now I've heard of it. And I know you also have, because you've just heard that, but you haven't been here though, have you? And that's why I say, get out and about, go outdoors, go and explore. I mean, well, let's be honest, let's talk serious here. How hard do you work? How hard do you work? I don't mean, you know, manual-wise, I mean time-wise. How hard do you actually work? If anyone deserves to explore, go out and about, let your hair down a little bit, and see, you know, things such as where we come from tourist places, history places, random things. If anyone deserves that, it's you, is it not? Hello. You're right. Okay, you're the third person.
I'm trying to crochet. Not very successfully. I've dropped a lot of stitches.
You're all doing that. Do you have to do it, do you?
We do. We're trying to prepare for Christmas.
Yeah.
So we're all doing. They might
Yeah,
be all
right.
doing red or green or
Greens
white.
and stuff, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm trying unsuccessfully to follow a video,
On YouTube.
which is it's not easy.
Oh,
I can tell you.
God.
But I'm trying to do a heart here, so I'm doing okay. I've half of it done.
You don't mind the camera, do you?
No,
No,
not
can I
at all.
have a
half
look?
of my heart completed.
Oh, that's cool.
Getting there.
Get in there. You will get there. You got about 300 years, I think, to
I know I've lots of time to finish
Yeah.
it off. It's okay. It's okay. Well, Christmas is not that far away, but 300
Oh,
years of
God,
time.
yeah,
It's okay. But have you been here before? Or is this
No,
your first
no,
visit?
never been
Very
here.
good. Well, you're very welcome in. This
Thank you
house
very
is
much.
one of our original houses that we've brought into the park and rebuilt here.
Right.
So it came from Plumbridge,
Yeah.
and it was built by the Campbell family in 1786.
How did they get it here?
So they just took it down brick by brick. They number all the bricks, take them all down,
And then
yeah,
in order.
and bring it here, and then they just rebuild it. So they know what order they're in there. It's all numbered and
So a real life 3D jigsaw. Like.
pretty much. Well, if children are in here, I always say it's kind of like Lego.
Yeah.
You have the red ones here that have the 2 bits on.
It is.
But yeah, it's a really impressive property for Ireland in the 1800s, early 1800s.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a massive property. I'm sure you've noticed that most of the rest of the house
Yeah.
is quite small compared to this one. This family were quite well off
Yeah.
people. And there, 2 of the children who lived here emigrated to America and made a really, really good life for themselves in America. So it always helps if you have a wee bit of money behind you.
Yeah.
When you go somewhere else, it helps you out, obviously, to make a better life for yourself.
All these houses like success stories, are they? Because everyone seems to have done well.
Most of them, apart from the first house,
Right.
single room cabin.
That's my
It's not really a
ancestors.
success story out of that one. Yeah, they pretty much are because, well, they're the stories that are told,
Yeah.
are passed down through history. You don't hear a lot of people's family stories saying, oh, he went to America, he had a terrible life. You know, people don't want to hear those stories either.
No.
Most of them are good news stories. And I mean,
Yeah.
for the likes of our park, it makes sense for us to talk about those. Now, I don't know if you've been in the indoor museum at all.
No, not yet. You said
Well,
come outside
We
first.
have a wonderful exhibit there called Bad Bridget, and it does highlight the plight of the poorer people or people who are more downtrodden who went to America,
Yeah.
particularly females. So the most people who emigrated from Ireland were actually females. All the stories you hear are male orientated.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
they're the ones that are written down in history.
Yeah.
Most people were females, but most females who left Ireland went on to become maids,
Yeah.
worked in servitude, didn't make a good life for themselves because at the time women they didn't go to university, they didn't do these things.
No.
So that's probably why we talk about the male people. But
Yeah.
of course, as you know, as well as I do, behind every man there's a good woman.
True.
Whether it's a partner or your mother or an aunt or your granny, there's always a woman
Yeah.
behind you.
Yeah.
Pushing
100%.
you on.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, the Campbells did very well, and there's actually a museum. When Robert Campbell eventually settled down in America, he settled in Missouri,
Yeah.
and they now have a Campbell Museum in Missouri.
Do they?
Yeah, totally dedicated to this family, to this guy who left here. So he's a big
Wow.
deal in America. He's not such a big deal in Ireland, but in America he's a big deal.
But he's got a house here.
He's got a house here, yeah, but nobody knows. But yeah,
Brilliant.
he had he really swayed a lot of things in American politics. You know, in a background kind of way.
Yes.
He wasn't the front and centre man, but he was a lot of background stuff. And he actually was the Indian commissioner for a number of years in America. So he was the man who spoke to the Native Americans for peace treaties and things like that,
Wow.
deals that happened with the Native Americans. But he eventually got very disillusioned with it because the United States government at the time kept going back on these deals. So he eventually
Shock.
resigned from his position as the commissioner because he just couldn't. He was friends with a lot of Native American people,
Yes.
so he understood their plight. So he just didn't want to be involved anymore, and he just became a bit of a recluse after it. So
Fair enough.
There was a good soul there somewhere.
Yeah, absolute legend. Can you walk through
Yes,
there,
of
can
course,
you?
you're very welcome. Now, unfortunately, my upstairs is closed
Closed,
off because
yeah.
we have a bit of a leak upstairs.
Yeah.
But downstairs, you're free to
Brilliant.
roll about.
Thank you very
You're
much.
very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Wish me luck with my heart.
Oh, good luck. Good luck with your heart. Oh. Oh. This is a big house, actually. That is a big house even for today. Look at the size of that. You'd be proud of that even now, wouldn't you? Don't pretend you bloody wouldn't. Yeah, beautiful. And look at them, they're so friendly and... Yeah, I know they're working here, I know that. Are they like that really? Probably, because they're bloody Irish. And I've not had one problem since I've been here with the people of here. I love it, absolutely love it. And it is, you know what, it's solidified its place in the top 4, bang, of places I've ever been. Bearing in mind, I've been everywhere. So, it really has, like I do mean that. Here, Wales, Sweden, Portugal. Beautiful. Right, let's go and have a look in here then. There's another church. Sweltering fire. Someone might be close, that's the thing, they just pop up from nowhere, that's the problem. Little donkey on the little brow of the hill, look, number 11, that's the best number in the world, by the way. Good news, I think my mic's playing up as well. It keeps ruffling and cutting out every now and then. DJI, like where do I begin with that? I'm not even going to begin now, I deserve no more time of day. Consider going to GoPro, consider it. Have I been down this way? Have I? I don't recognise this. Let's have a little look. Oh, lovely, lovely. And this seems to be the new world. I think we can go upstairs here. There's like a very musty smell kind of thing. That's what's... I know it's old, I'm not having a dig at the age of the place, like, but it's just, it brings it to life. Oh, this smells of leather, this place. What's this one then? Printers. Yeah, do they? Right, let's go and have a look through the actual museum. There's a museum down here as well, which I think is cool. I wonder if this place is ramming. I bet you the bloody, the Americans love this place. Is that the chemist there? Shall we look what they used to do back in the day, medicine-wise? How it ran. Oh, they've even got one of them here, look. Has a marzipan in there. Hello.
How are you?
Oh, good, thank you.
You good? You heading for America?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, well it's 5/6 of the original
Yeah.
vessel. So obviously they don't have the very front and they don't have the very, very back.
Yes, yeah.
But it's modelled on a brig called
Union, yeah.
It was built in Cumbria, Whitehaven in Cumbria up in northwest England. So it was it had a shallow keel.
Yeah.
It was mainly for inshore waters, but this one went back and forth across the Atlantic, so it would have been pretty rough out in mid-Atlantic.
I can imagine.
So this is this is the quayside. So that building there is actually taken from Newry, which was a port that emigrants would have left from.
Yeah.
This building here is taken from the quayside in Belfast.
Right.
Okay, so it was deconstructed and then reconstructed here. And then this building here is from the city of Derry or Londonderry, and it would have represented a boarding house, because if you had arrived at the port,
Yeah.
say a week before the ship was ready to leave, maybe if you could afford, you took lodgings.
Right,
If you
okay.
could, but lots of people
Rare.
couldn't afford that. So you can see this is the cargo. When these ships came from America, they maybe brought bales of cotton or timber
Yes.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And then going from Ireland, or it could have been Scotland or England, they brought people to
Okay.
America. So that was cargo back from America, people to America.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's the way it would have worked. To get on, you would have had to scramble up the ladder. Okay, there was no gangplank.
All health and
you had to
safety.
be rowed out on a smaller boat
Yeah.
to get to it, just depended. You bring a certain amount of food with you, or you could have your hardtack, which was basically what you were supplied with, which is kind of hard oatmeal biscuit. It decomposed very, very slowly, so it
Yeah.
was ideal for rations on board ship.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Cool.
you can see the black rectangles painted on it.
Yeah.
Because this ship is from 1816, just at the end of the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah,
So those
cannons.
are, I forget what they're called, gun wheels or something like that, were painted to make the ship look like if it was armed, so that the French or
They left them alone.
privateers would, oh, that must be a warship,
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
away
yeah.
from it.
Okay,
but in
yeah.
reality it was a passenger ship. So if you want to go
Good.
on ahead,
There we are. Thank you.
we'll just mind your head because it's really low. So in reality, it would have been 6 inches lower than this.
Yeah.
You can see the bunks, so there have been 4 people allocated, 4 here, 4 here.
In each bed.
Up to 4. It may have been only 3, and depended
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
but
yeah.
The captains would pack them in. There would have been up to 200 on board this. So you can see, hello, how are you? So single ladies at the front,
Yeah.
single men at the back, and then married people
In the middle.
between to kind of keep them
Divide
separate,
it.
so there was
Get
no,
away.
There was no funny business. You can see they were en suite,
Okay, yeah.
and there was obviously rats would have been here as well.
Oh dear.
And you can see up on deck, when you go up on deck, you can see there's a wee caboose, like a wee cookhouse.
Yes.
Whether the captain would have, the crew would have cooked food for the people, or people maybe brought their own food and been able to cook, allowed to cook it.
What about the water? Because Napoleon wasn't he like brandy just because the water would go bad and.
The way they had obviously a supply of fresh water in barrels.
Yeah, yeah.
So they would have had, but obviously
Yeah.
it was rationed.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been all brandy, because certainly if you wanted to wash, you just chuck one of those buckets over the
Yeah.
side with the rope on the end of it, and you just use seawater to wash.
Yes, yeah.
Your fresh water was just used for cooking and drinking. As I say, you could be on board a ship like this for 6 weeks if you were lucky,
Yeah.
but it could be 8, it could be 10, it could be 12 weeks depending on wind and tide and storms.
My God.
Yeah, so, and obviously disease would be rampant.
Yeah.
The captain would have done an inspection before you get on, and if he thought that you were, or
Dirty.
maybe hired a doctor or whatever,
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
thought you were sick, so you're not getting on, because
No.
it would just spread.
Protect everyone
Would
else.
have been rampant.
Yeah, I can. Well, I can only imagine that.
So, as I say, feel free to have an explore.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to go to America, just follow the green sign. And you're in
Brilliant.
Baltimore.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
no
Thank
problem.
you, legend. We're going to bloody Baltimore, are we? I haven't got my passport. Oh yeah, this is cool. See what I mean about these open air museums? It's completely different to what you're used to, isn't it? What you've done before. That's why I love them. Look at this. He looked really real, that bloke. Oh God. We're here. We're here. In bloody America. Well, not, but you know what I mean. Private bankers, this is how it all happened then. That's where he got his wonga from. Give me the threepence. Never had the minerals to do that in a bank before. Right, how do I get out of here? Where did I come from? Did I just come from that way? Right, let's go and have a look inside this actual thing. But this is what I'm saying about the open air museums. Look how cool this is. Something completely different. Remember, I'm going to do this with or without you doing it. Only you can decide whether or not you are going to do stuff like this. You know, I'm trying my best to show you how cool it all is. And it's just new experiences, isn't it? That's what it's about. That's what life's about. Seeing new people, new friends. Like that dude was cool. All the ladies that have been working here have been legendary. You know, I never would have seen or met them other than this. And it's, you know, you might be thinking, what are you talking about? But it's true, isn't it? Imagine living in a house and never leave it. Like, for example, my nan, like I said, my nan passed. It's about 3 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago. And the funeral was like not funeral, there's been friction in the family, it's a bit messy, innit? But that was like 2 days before I come. Even her, right, someone who I really looked up to, loved, to the end of the world and back, never left the village, her village where she lived. Only went to Gran Canaria, that was a holiday, that was it. There's not a right and wrong way of living, and I get that. Each to their own, everyone's different, and I do get that. But there is a more fun way of living. You know, don't let fear put you off, don't let nerves put you off, don't let being uncomfortable put you off. Just do. Right, we'll stop rambling on about that. We need to make our way back through to the actual museum, see some cool stuff hopefully before we have to go and see the doggo. And I'll tell you what as well, the bloke weren't joking when he said this is actually quite a big place, big museum, big park, whatever you want to call it. It bloody is as well. Ulster American Folk Park. You know, I'm not going all the way down there. I need to get back to the dog, don't I? But you know what? Do I recommend this place? For 13 quid, my God, yes. 100% yes, but it's my cup of tea. Bear that in mind. It may not be yours, but the chances are if you're watching this, it probably is. And for 13 quid, Mont Blanc, you'd be silly not to, especially if you're in the area. Am I lying? No. No, I'm not. It is a bit of a trek kicking about, like, to go around the whole bloody thing. Especially after that zoo, especially after bloody Storm Caroline or whatever was smashing the side of my van last night. Cheers for that. Right. How can you not love stuff like that? People and places, right? Failure and opportunity. And this is the thing, right? I'm not even 100% what this place is about. I don't know what it's about. Really. But it's just cool. Really. Let's see what cars are. Is this where the Bugatti comes from, is it? Right. 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 It's flat. It's like my bum cheeks. That bear needs to bloody eat the same food as the bear I saw earlier on. Imagine that winging towards your throat. Awesome. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Massively my cup of tea. I hope it's yours. I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, next stop, campsite. I'm hoping there's phone signal there because I've got some work to do. Jesus Christ. I've got a problem in bloody one of my houses, haven't I? So I have to sort that out quickly before the place, you know, blows up or something. Next stop, campsite. And there you have it. 20 minutes further afield brings you here to a campsite. I'm not in the business of reviewing independent campsites. This is a small business, like, you know, so unless it's unbelievably good value for money or unbelievably rubbish. So we'll leave this place more than likely at this. But I hope you've enjoyed today's episode as much as I've enjoyed making it. It's been different, but I tell you what, it is good now that storm's gone. Oh, no more wet dog, no more wet shoes. There's a bloody plane up there, look in that tree. Oh God. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Remember, every single view, every single comment, every single share or whatever, repost or whatever it's called, helps me, it puts me one step closer to fulfilling my mission of making a mental health retreat for people to use for free forever. So if that interests you, please don't forget to press that little subscribe button. Anyway, all that boring stuff aside, I hope you've enjoyed it, this episode. I hope you I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, I forgot what I was bloody saying now. I hope you've enjoyed the episode as much as I've enjoyed making it. Anyway, amigos, until next time, all that's left for you to do is to take care, and don't you ever forget to bye-bye then. Thanks for watching.